welcome to a special new segment of Wrestling in Mom's Basement. I, of course, am Patrick Young. This guy to my right wanted to write you all a thank you letter. Joe Venuta.
The special segment is the Ring of Honor now portion.
As you can clearly see from our title.
Right. This is for the ROH 16th anniversary pay-per-view that happened this past Friday. And also, the ROH TV show reviews will be adding the NXT 205 live videos starting the next week's podcast. And thank you.
Thank you.
This was a thank you letter, Tom?
Yes.
We broke 100 views on our own without being attached to any other videos so from WWE. For our faceplate predictions at 102, we currently stand at.
Yeah, for our Fastlane predictions. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I'm being very modest when I say this. I am not a good host.
I don't think I'm that good of a co-host.
I am a great host.
I'm a great co-host.
Little more roof. Give it to them.
I'm a great co-host.
Give them your hands.
I'm a great fucking co-host.
Calm down for trying to be monetized. My God. Jeez. Sometimes you gotta lock these people up. And sing silent. I think it's at 102. Let me just double check. That we could get on roll with Ring of Honor's 16th anniversary. It's at 102. Alright.
It is still at 102, but thank you guys for that.
Yes.
That truly means a lot to both of us.
Because we know how good we are. But now everyone feels going to be acknowledged on how good we are.
Yeah. It is 102 more than I ever expected for him.
I always believed he was a doubter. I always believed in us. Thank you. So, I want to do the Ring of Honor pre-show since I see the whole thing in full.
Yes.
Then we'll go from there. Opening things up, we have a Woman of Honor tournament match between. Yes, I'm going to watch some names here. Sumi Sakai, correct?
Yes.
Versus Hana Kimura from Stardom.
Sure, get you more in the picture there. There you go.
That's right. What is this podcast without me?
You're the face that runs the place.
Thank you. Deonna Purrazzo was out in commentary for the lady who wrestles everywhere. Was out in commentary for the match. For the matches. Kei Gusto was out with Kimura, and they do a pre-match dance from Stardom.
Okay.
Yes. They were the heels. Sumi Sakai hit the rolling neck breaker and got the win in 8 minutes and 11 seconds to advance to the next round of Woman of Honor Championship Tournament. It was a fun style match overall. I gave it a C. Sumi's 47.
Oh, wow.
The match would have been better without all the interference from Kegasku. What are you going to do? Post-match Kimura and Kegasku beat down Sakai. Next up, Woman of Honor tournament match. Tennille Dashwood, the artist formerly known as Emmett.
Yes.
Versus Brandy Rose, the artist formerly known as Brandy Rose. Or Eden Styles.
Actually.
My fault. Mandy was out on commentary for this match. That was me.
Oh, it was Mandy.
Yeah.
Told me it was Deanna.
Yeah, Deanna was out for a quick second. They didn't show Mandy's face. They didn't show Mandy's face. That's why.
Okay.
I just saw the same woman. Brandy hit She crossroads for 2, and then in the end, Brandy went to the second row, missed the dropkick, and Tennille hit the spotlight kick for the win. This wasn't as good because Brandy has major issues keeping up with Tennille.
Yes.
I gave match a D. But
I gave the match a D.
Bully Ray gives a big pep talk to kick off the show, and then kick off the main card with Foot War versus Hiromu Takahashi. Takahashi countered the 450 with the Blu-ray and then scored the time bomb for the win.
And you also got to see Daryl, his cat.
Right.
His stuffed cat. Well, anyway, I thought it was a really good opener. It was very exciting.
Some labor.
Yeah.
Because you keep the slide over.
Well, I had to because
We
you
were
were like behind the.
Why don't
laptop.
you see my prediction? My grades, son.
I thought it was a very good match, a very good, strong opener. Kind of like harking back to the WCW days. We're back. Sorry about that interruption. To continue the sentence, it harkened back to the days of the old cruiserweights when they would begin WCW shows. I thought it was a really exciting match, and I thought it was very well wrestled.
Yeah, it was a good match to kick things off. It reminded me of the days of how WCW should open up pay-per-views. Cruiserweight matches and stuff of that nature.
Just stealing my comment. I give the match a B.
B-. Up next, Marty Scurll versus Pleasure Martinez. I believe it was an unofficial #1 contenders match.
Yes. You moved the laptop.
Well,
over.
I can't.
You're popping out of frame.
Everybody's like sliding over.
I'm sliding it over because you're moving it out of frame.
Well,
Because you were out of frame behind the laptop.
thank you. Martinez fired open and hit the record knee. And missed the spin kick. Low blow by Marty after teasing the power spot and Craig Martinez for the win.
Another pretty good match. I'm a huge fan of Marty Scurll, and it's nice to see that we're eventually going to get him in a #1 contenders match against either one of who main events the show. Who wins the main event of the show?
Yeah, it was a good sprint style match. This match only lasted 10 minutes.
Yeah.
There were some big spots. Marty being more serious and working more aggressive. And he uses villain ways to pick up the win. I expected. I didn't give the match a B.
I gave the match B-.
Up next, ROH team title match: Kane King versus Silas Young. Kane King his size on with the World Flush for the win in 14 minutes and 41 seconds.
It was probably my least favorite match, but with that being said, it was still a good match.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I think it was at a slower pace, and it made it feel like it drug a little bit. But with that being said, I thought it was a decent match.
Yeah, it was our lowest rated match on the actual show.
Yeah.
They're not Brandy. She has some moments, just out of the ring. They were working their way towards a good match, but the ending was kind of overbooked with the distractions and all.
Yeah.
They got too fancy. But I do like Kane King use the last chancery because that foreshadowed Austin Aries' return, which I'll get to next. That made for a cool post-match moment too. Yeah. I guess it sucks for Silas Young that he just got ran out. Austin Aries as main champions arrive. Aries crush continually win until the collection and belts and wants the ROH TV title.
I think we forgot to grade the match.
Okay.
I gave it a C.
C+. Up next, ROH 6-man title street fight. Champions the Young Bucks. The Young Bucks and Hangman Page versus SoCal and Censored. Christopher Daniels, Frankie Kazarian, and Scorpio Sky. Otherwise known as Gerald. For you WWE fans in the Everyone King Iron Man for 6 years ago.
He's in fact Gerald.
Yeah. The match is all over the place, and then comes a cover by Scorpio and Dragon Super followed. He then used a kendo stick as Kaz applied a Bullshit Crab to Matt. Matt tapped, and Daniels became a Grand Slam champion with this win.
Oh, wow.
ROH Heavyweight Tag Team, 6-man tag, and television.
This is my favorite match of the night. I just felt like it was a giant clusterfuck in all the right places. It looked like a war, and the Young Bucks are almost mythically great at these matches. Even if you watch PWG matches going backwards, the Young Bucks and street fights are amazing. And I felt that they really delivered here along with all the other guys in the ring. I really did like the finish, where SoCal and Center separated everybody and then had Matt in a double submission. So I thought that was a really nice creative ending.
Yeah, it was a wild, fun, chaotic, great match that played to the stipulation well.
Yeah.
The Bucks and Page, they ran wild, hit all kinds of moves, and then SoCal used every dirty trick in the book to score the win, including Payne and old Shane Taylor against the Nickelodeon titles. The story is that Joe Koff, but somehow will not be resigned Daniels and Kaz to contracts associated with best selling titles. To force ROH to keep them around. They were desperate and violent that show there. After match, the Kingdoms, Vinny and O'Reilly had attacked the former champions.
I think we forgot to say the very beginning.
Oh.
I give the match an A.
A nice. And Bully Ray Reynolds, the Kingdom. Up next, Cody versus Matt Taven. The Kingdom tried to interfere. Bully tossed Vinny and the other guy. Cody hit the crossroads for the win in 14-12.
Again, a pretty good match. It was at a much different pace, which I think suited it pretty well because of the match before. It wasn't as quick paced, but I felt that it actually lived up to what I expected from it, which was a pretty good match.
Yeah, they had a good match. Both were trying to constantly one up each other. The Kingdom had taken out the Bucks, and that played well to this as they tried to screw Cody.
Yeah.
But backfired on them because Cody was wearing a cup when they went for a low blow. They worked well together, but just never hit that neck scare. Got overly, I guess, heated for the winner ability to get to the next level. Yeah,
I can agree with that. Yes, I give the match B minus.
B minus. Cody just back his Ring of Honor and posed with Brandy and Barry. But Barry shoves down Cody. Amask is Kenny Omega. Then hit the V trigger. See that bitch?
Yes.
Then Brandy yells at Kenny and slaps him. Brandy kissed him, and then Brandy yelled at him and says, "Go tell Bushi about that. You liked it. You're a fraud." This is a great angle. Got lots of reaction.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a really good angle. If you're watching from Being the Elite, it's been seriously carrying over, which I didn't think would actually happen in Ring of Honor.
Yes.
But still, it's very enjoyable, and you can watch more on their Being the Elite channel on YouTube.
Yes, because they're friends of the show. Three of them.
Friends of the show, yes.
Three of them.
All three of them.
Well, not Kenny, like what? Cody and the Young Bucks. No, Cody and the Young Bucks actually know us.
Yes.
They always talk about how wonderful we are.
Yes.
No, but they do actually remember us.
Yeah, they do remember us.
Yeah.
We met Cody like 7 times before he left WWE.
Yeah. And 2 more times after WWE.
Yeah, and then the Young Bucks, I think
8 or 9 times.
I think at least you have walked up to them every single Ring of Honor show.
Well, I'm supposed to. It's called networking.
That was before we had a podcast.
I was networking then, because here we are. 4 years.
It's only been once since we had this podcast, by the way.
Here we are, 4 years.
More you met both of them.
Here we are, 4 years later. Once I first spoke to the Young Bucks, and who's in good with, who does 2 members of the Bullet Club remember?
Thank you.
It was all part of my master plan. I always thought 2018 would be the year the podcast took off. I always said that. Since you knew me. Since 2006. 2007, when we told about doing podcasts.
Or I think we mentioned it in 2013.
Well, since 2000...
Never did it, and then 2017 was like, alright, yeah, let's do it.
Alright, well, since 2007 we've been talking about this. And now here we are.
Where I don't think we knew what a podcast was.
That's not important, but we took off. We went to a very intellectual school, so we didn't know what a podcast was.
We didn't.
Yes, we do.
No, we didn't.
See, I don't know how to speak English, so that's how much we learned.
Not one bit. Not one bit did we go to an intellectual school.
Well, high school. Yes, we did. Next is the ROH tag title match. Most Machine Guns defending against the Briscoes. The Briscoes had the Doomsday device on Sabin for the win at 13:55.
It was a decent match, but kind of, I guess, I don't want to say placeful because that's not that's not anything I actually wanted to say. It was it's more or less just sort of a lull right before you get to the main event to me.
Yeah.
It felt like it was put that way and set up that way as a match wise.
It was a good match. The teams did work well together as you expect, but the crowd was flat.
Yeah.
For it. It just happened with the mega reveals.
Yeah.
There was almost no reaction to on the J Drawer.
Yeah.
When Saban kicked out too, which I believe is one of our most protected moves.
I believe you're right. Yes.
The tail chase was. I did expect the tail chase, so that made sense.
Yeah. I gave the match C+.
B minus. And the main event, ROH title match, Dalton Castle versus Jay Lethal. Both were resulted. Jay hit a bicycle kick as a Guri and super kick. But Castle countered. Lethal and Justin hit the banger ring. And that was that at 26:06.
Probably my second favorite match of the night. I felt like this was probably Dalton Castle's best match to date, which Joe said earlier in the match, and I agree with.
Yeah, most will agree.
Yeah.
So, I with what Joe said there.
Yeah, I agree. It was the second best match of the night. It was a very good match, very good main event match to climax the show.
This was an excellent match. I've been praising friends to the show too that also remembers us. Jay Lethal. Yes. As ROH's most consistent big match performer for the last 2-3 years.
Yeah.
I do that.
That you have been, yes.
Eddie Delore once again at Castle, as some genius named Joe said, as best I can get.
Yeah. I actually remember saying when TNA let Jay Lethal go, I'm saying, well, there goes their future of their X division.
Right.
Because I felt like he could have been their face to bring the X division into the 2010s.
Yeah, well, you were right there.
Yeah.
Dolan's been doing well as champion, from what I've seen. So you need that kind of match show to really put him over top. Lethal's great as usual, and this is the match Dalton needed, which I stand by.
Which Dalton is a great performer. He's a great character. And probably one of the more unique experiences I had of meeting a wrestler. So
yes.
I gave the match an A minus.
Yeah, this is my match tonight. I give it an A. And the match where Scarlet Wire then challenged Castle as the show goes off the air.
Overall, I gave it a B plus. This was a very good show. I wouldn't say it's among the best of all time, but it's definitely worth going out of your way to watch.
Yeah, I give it a B plus as well. I think the buzz was low going in. I don't remember a lot of people hyping it up.
Yeah.
But it was a very great show.
If anything, it would be more or less their new streaming service.
Yeah.
And it was their first major pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Or first pay-per-view.
It was still, because we're watching this today, basically, so.
Yeah.
We're reviewing this and watched it. It was filled with good and great wrestling. As
you can tell, I still have a haircut. We
had a surprise Austin Aries appearance, and the King Omega. 2 title chases and an excellent event. Overall, really fun, high-quality show, and we'll be back on Friday. We're bringing on now added to the NXT 205 live reviews.
Yes.
So, all 1-hour shows in one review. So does that mean it's going to be a 3-hour pop video? Who knows?
Will Ring of Honor be the first non-WWE show of the week? We don't know.
It may be.
Exactly.
But what I do want to say is, thank you for making my ego feel bigger. I thought I have an ego. I'm just very impressed with what we have done. And I'm allowed to be impressed.
Yes.
And almost like I'm working in strip club. I'm allowed to be impressed with what we've done. So thank you for that. Let's get this video to 3,000 views.
10 million views.
What, you really think we can do it right now?
No.
Oh, he doesn't have faith in us.
I don't think WWE has 10 million views.
Well, screw them. WWE's not us.
Yeah, you know.
And we'll see you on Friday. Bye.
Values, yeah.
Bye.
Bye.